Domain information. It will provide information such as registrar of the domain, domain name servers, domain creation date, expiry date, DNSSEC status, subdomains, and site ranking. The tools that can be used to collect such information includes WHOIS, sublister, Bing IP2host, dnsdumpster.com, searchdns.netcraft.com. We will have demonstration of each one of them one by one. Let's try to find out the results using WHOIS tool for yahoo.com. For the domain yahoo.com, as you can see, the domain name is yahoo.com. The registrar WHOIS server is whois.markmonitor.com. The records are updated on such and such date. The creation date is also mentioned along with the registry expiry date, the registrar name, the registrar abuse contact email address, the abuse contact phone number is also mentioned. Also, you can see here the name servers for yahoo.com. As you can see, the registrant organization is mentioned along with the street address, the city, the state or the province, the postal code, the country, the phone number, everything is mentioned along with the admin email address as can be seen here. Let's try to find out results this time using sublister. I visit the website github.com and go to the sublister repository. We need to clone the repository as mentioned in the documentation section. I just paste over here and clone the sublister. Once I am done with that, I'll move towards dependencies and try to solve those dependencies. For Linux based installation, we have to follow this particular string. Now it is resolving the requirement and installing the required components. Oops, we need to go into the actual directory, which we forget to do so. Now let's execute it. Seems the conditions are satisfied. Now we need to install the relevant modules. Let's copy paste it. Next is we need to install the DNS Python module. It's done. Next module is argparse module. Let's install it. Now it's time to proceed with the actual command. Let's clear the screen and say Python, the sublister, followed by -d for domain. Here I have mentioned amazon.com, and let it search all the search engines. As you can see, there are plethora of subdomains that are available. Now let's try to find out how to store that results in a text file. As you can see, -o and output is the way to do it. This time we will try to find out results for microsoft.com, followed by -o and the actual file name, that is result.txt. Let it go through the various search engines, and again you can see There are plenty of results it is able to find out. Let's count how many subdomain it is able to find. It's more than 11,000. Let us try to find out the various websites that are hosted with a single IP address. I go to bing.com and mention the search as IP:the IP address. As you can see, there are plenty of records, or rather I would call it as plenty of websites that you are able to find here. All these websites are hosted on a single IP address. If you try to ping each host name or each website that are mentioned over here, you will be able to get the same IP, which proves what I am trying to say here. Let us try to find out the DNS records using a website called as dumpster.com. Here I mentioned the domain as microsoft.com, for which I need to collect the DNS records. As can be seen here, it shows the IP block owners along with geographical locations. If we scroll further, you will be able to find out the DNS server names, and they are hosted primarily in United States. The MX record can also be found here itself, followed by the text records. Next is the host records that are A-type records, and you will be able to find that there are plenty of them. And also here you can see the mapping of the domains can be seen. So you can also download the Excel file and view the records according to the host names, the IP address, the type of records, the reverse DNS, the netblock owner, and country specific information. Let's visit this time searchdns.netcraft.com. Once the page is open, let's try to find out the domain specific information. Here I have mentioned bbc.co.uk, and as you can see, there are 30 results. It shows by the rank, the site names, first seen date, the netblock owners, the operating system, and if you click the site report, you will be able to get further information such as the netblock owner, the hosting company, the hosting country, the IPv4 address, the name server, the domain registrar, the organization, the email address of the DNS administrator, the top level domain, and the reverse DNS name.